put an end to this, and we got it. So that's the game. Cloudkin will go away. Beating Mill is always fabulous. Such an unpleasant deck to go against. Hey there, welcome to Menacing MTG. We have a cool deck here for you, a Dimir deck, primarily a black deck, but we do have some choice blue cards in here. 3 Reflections of Littjara that when you bring on the chosen type of creature, you may cast 2 of them instead of 1. You get a copy of it. And primarily they're going to be the Eradicator, Valkyrie, and Nighthawk Scavenger. We also have Acquisitions Expert, less exciting, but very impactful still. Otherwise, my other cards are all, the Draugr, which is of limited consequence. Doesn't necessarily do anything for you to have more than one of those other than a 4/4, which is fine. But everything else is legendary. The Vargoth is legendary, the Lurrus is legendary, and of course Turgid is legendary. So the idea with this deck is to just get the flyers on and kill people. And you can keep them at bay because we got quite a bit of Death Touch here. We got Vargoth that has Death Touch, and we can use Boast to find a card. We have Nighthawk Scavenger, which is deadly, with Death Touch and Flying and Lifelink. We have the 4 Eradicator Valkyries, which these are great. You can boast and sack a creature like an Acquisitions Expert and force the opponent to sack. If we have a Turgid on the board or a Necromancer on the board, we, by various means, get to possess that. A couple of Village Rites here. We have Mystic Reflection that can be used to, say you need, and that you choose another flyer over an Acquisitions Expert. You have one of these loaded in Foretell or not, and you bring on the Acquisitions Expert, you have a Eradicator Valkyrie on the board. Then you can just, before this fully resolves, you just bring on the Reflection and identify the Valkyrie, and this comes on as a Valkyrie. So we can end up with a bunch of Valkyries on the battlefield, which is very sweet. Gives us a lot of options. We have a couple of Skull Raids to make the opponent lose cards while we gain them. Of course, the Acquisitions Expert does that as well. And a couple Winged Words because we have a bunch of flyers in here, and this is for a 2-drop to draw 2 cards. It's fabulous. We have a single copy of Blood on Snow, which is why we have Snowlands. A couple of my games don't have them. They don't have the Snowlands. I kind of spaced that out, being there's only 1 copy of this. So I did correct that, and we have 11 snow-covered swamps and 6 snow-covered islands. And that's really the whole deck. We get Turgid, we can use the Lantern too, which is great. Very fun, kind of cool deck. A little different flavor for you. One thing, if you wanted to shift this up a little bit, there are a couple suggestions I would make. In fact, having reflected on this, I would probably ditch 1 Reflections of Littjara and maybe 1 Village Rites, because I very rarely use the Village Rites with this deck. And maybe throw in an additional kill spell and a creature if you were to ditch those 2 items, 1 of each. You could arguably go with another Blood on the Snow, or maybe Massacre Worm. So there you have it. Fiddle with that if you'd like, because that's what I also do. I see something cool looking and I put my own slant on it, and so feel free, of course, to do that. The Magic the Gathering community, this is what it's all about. You see stuff, you like it, you put your own bit to it, you add to it, whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, please. Like, comments, suggestions, and have a great day. Take it easy. Okay, some risk attached here. We definitely need more mana. All we can do at this point is put Mystic Reflection into Foretell. So we're looking for a blue land. We get a black. That's good, actually. So we can use Vargoth to go get a blue land. We can use Soul Shatter. We'll put Mystic Reflection into Foretell on this turn. The opponent may be thinking something like Poison the Cup or Skull Raid. Okay, they got some mana ramp going on here. Okay, yeah, Vargoth. We're hoping we don't get exiled here. We really need a blue mana. Okay, tough card right there. So we just have to use Vargoth here. Yeah, that leaves us wide open here. Really, at this point, we're hoping for just the mana to flood in because we have Blood on the Snow in hand, and they're building up a very formidable force. We're going to have to use Soul Shatter this turn, though. Okay. Okay, that's horrifying, and that's the end of the game right there. We still lost, but we're in very bad shape here. They did lose their lifelink. Okay. Could be worse, honestly. So we'll bring on the Eradicator next, and if it survives, it may just keep us in the game a bit. Land, we're looking for land. Okay, we do get land. Can't screw around here at all. We have to bring the Eradicator on. Okay, really hoping against removal. We can still use the Mystic Reflection. If they bring on a scary creature, we can make it into a wall. An exile spell is terminal for us here. Okay, that's good. We can use this now. Okay. That's a big kick in the teeth for them. And now we can use Blood on the Snow. But not before we attack with Eradicator, which they'll double block, but we'll gain life. I can see that I have not remedied my not making these snowlands, so this is a complete error. But we've got decent cards in hand, so um, we'll hope that they don't get anything too potent here. Okay. Okay, Luris doesn't really help us here. I think we're going to go with the Lantern. And they've got plenty of life to give, so just going to hope for the best here. We can run Luris and Winged. Oh boy, okay. Not too terrible. I guess at this point we got to put up Turgid as a blocker. Vanishing Light, that's my greatest fear right there. Alright, so let's see, we have a total of 8. I guess it's Luris and Winged Words. Okay, that's decent. Put this into Foretell. We're in the game here. Oh, Kiora, that's very bad news. Okay. We're going to block with this because I don't want him to steal it. And we're going to run Soul Shatter, get rid of the Kraken. Let's see, I think we can do everything here. 9, so 7, 9. Yeah, we can do everything here. No, we can't. So we're going to run Soul Shatter, get rid of the Kraken. And run Skull Raid. So we're effectively, with any luck, deeming this useless. We can't bring anything on. There's nothing to tap. So we foiled the Kiora. Again, we can't bring anything on next turn. Because they'll steal it. Eradicator. We're going to wait. So we've got pretty decent options here. Coming up, we could run Reflections and Lichara. So yeah, they're going to take a land, okay. I'm glad they did not take Lochthwain. They probably have some exile spells. Okay, we're loaded up here, so we can do this. So we'll get 2 Eradicators. Same next turn. They'd be wise to go over the reflections. Okay, see what they take. Okay, poor choice. And we've got a ton of black mana, so we can run the Lantern 3 times next turn. That's an option. So Doomscar would hurt badly. we should be able to get in here for some life gain. This is a resilient deck with some tricks up its sleeves. We seem totally out of the game. You heard me voice that, but it's a tough deck. Somewhat limited by the number of legendary creatures and using reflections, but it works beautifully with Eradicator. I apologize for the slow opponent. I think they see the handwriting on the wall here. They've got a ton of these time limitations. I'm going to go ahead and pause this game so you don't have to sit through all this. Okay, we're about to see the last of their timeouts, and they do take an action at the last possible moment. And will they continue to draw this thing out? They're actually playing. We get another reflections, which I probably shouldn't have put up, but Cleric just in case. So okay, here we go. So short of a Doomscar, they're in pretty deep trouble, but a Doomscar is entirely possible. And another Kiora would be horrific as well. They're going to get to return something here. Okay, yeah, that's a good card for them. With lifelink. Okay, the game's not over here. It sucks that they took so long figuring that out. Okay, we get nothing, so we do have just oodles of these things. 11, one shy of being able to run this 4 times, and this is what's going to get them. We'll have to give up Shambling Suit and this creature here, so we'll be able to win here. I'm going to attack with all. They're going to gain 4 but lose 8, so a total of 4 loss here. That's the game. I'll just put an exclamation mark on this here. I could give up Shambling Suit. Okay, we get Turgid back. Sweet. Game over, though. We're going to keep this hand. Okay, I'm happy to see I have a turn 2 play here with the Acquisitions Expert. We have another one in hand, so that's good. That'll help strengthen the Nighthawk Scavenger. Get rid of a Cultivate. They must have another one in hand. Whoa, so they got a lot of colors going down here. Okay, Righteous Valkyrie. Yeah, I think we got to throw up the Scavenger there. Okay, we do have a problem here. We don't want their life total to get above 27, to hit 27, otherwise those creatures get bigger, but that's a good outcome right there. Okay, we're going to keep this. Obviously, we're going to need more mana. Slightly large deck from our opponent. Desperately need a land here. One gets us going for a bit. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. On comes the scavenger. They had to use the mimic. Okay, they're going to send that back. Nothing. They may counter here. I think we're going to run Winged Words. Just load up. They may counter. But they are looking at Nighthawk Scavenger. Which is now a 3/3. There's the counter. Okay, they may very well have an Essence Scatter here. Nope, Winged Words. They're going to give us the opportunity to bring something on board here. And we're going to bring the Eradicator. Okay, unsummon. So it looks like small creatures with a ton of return to hand and counter spells. Okay, I'm glad to see they tapped out. That's good. Okay, Blood on the Snow is a great card. We'll put up the Valkyrie. Okay, things are going pretty well here. See if we get a counter spell. Okay, that'll allow us to come in. And if they bring a bigger creature on by chance, we can use the Mystic Reflection and make it another Hypnotic Sprite. Yeah, I think I'm going to let that land. We do have Blood on the Snow. 1 mana away. They've got an awful lot of mana. My guess is that this deck relies on the Ruin Crab early. So they didn't really get... Okay, unsummon again. Okay, that's really unfortunate. So now they've got the upper hand. And we need another mana, really, to be viable here. Okay, we got that, so we should be able to bring out Nighthawk Scavenger. We get it on. And I think we're going to force the sprite out. Working towards the upper hand, the Scavenger has a power of 5, which will take care of them pretty efficiently. Okay, they're drawing a ton of cards here, and they still have 4 mana available. We do have Blood on Snow available too, so... Okay, that's unfortunate, now that we used our Farika's Libation. But I'm okay with that. Okay, so... yeah, I think it's Valkyrie time. So they got not much time left to get anything done here. We can use the Mystic Reflection if needed. They don't have enough pop here to mill us at the moment. Okay, Evolving Wilds will help their cause. That's 3 Evolving Wilds. They probably have some Fabled Passage on board too. Those definitely hurt bad. Sleep, that's bad news. Love them to play a creature now, another... Okay, that's not good at all. Okay, we got a big problem. I'm hoping they do not have a negate here. You're going to throw the Valkyrie up. We're in trouble here. I'm sure they have a Fabled Passage in hand. Cloudkin, that'll draw a card. Ditch 2 more. Get down to 14 cards. Ruin Crab. Hoping they don't have a land in hand, but I'm sure they have a Fabled Passage. No, they have a... Yeah. This is extremely dire, because we don't have enough to kill here. Down to 8 cards. A kill spell would put an end to this, and we got it, so that's the game. Cloudkin will go away. Beating Mill is always fabulous. Such an unpleasant deck to go against.